Hello folks, this is Ellen in Montana. Well, it's a nice sunny day. It looks like the snow is going to start melting off the mountains here. It's springtime in Montana. Time to get the prospecting gear out, cleaned up and put together. This little shot here that I'm showing you of the mountains now, I'm about a mile away from my home outside of town. But this is pretty much what I look at when I look out my front picture window of my home. This mountain range up here, just a beautiful sight, beautiful valley to live in. But anyway, I'll get started with what I've got today. A number of times I have people coming in asking me, what do I take prospecting with me? So I thought I would just put a little short tape here on what I call my Prospector's Hope Chest. So we'll get started here and see how it goes. Well, I got me a big Rubbermaid tub here to put all my stuff in. That way I have it all in one spot. When it comes time to go out and do a little prospecting, I don't have to look around the house or look out in the garage and say, honey, have you seen my shovel? Have you seen my crevice tools? I know where everything's at. I've got it in one box. What I've done with mine is I've got a number of little crevice tools. I've got an east wing pry bar, an east wing rock hammer. You can pick these up at most yard sales or secondhand stores. Nice little crowbar to move them heavier rocks. Another pry bar. I built me a bigger crevice tool right here. I've got me a parts brush, works real good for sweeping off the bedrock. I've got me a rock chisel. I took a long screwdriver and made a nice little crevice tool out of it. A good pocket knife is something I always can use. I've got me a good suction nozzle here for reaching down in those cracks with the water, sucking the stuff out, putting it in my gold pan. Plastic scoop. Got me a good GI entrenching tool. This is a good one. This was back from 1967. Cheap ones just won't hold up. Got a small bucket here. In this bucket I've got another trowel. I've got me a crack chisel, snuffer bottle, various sizes of gloves, neoprene gloves, leather gloves, brush for brushing off the rock. I've got another black sand magnet. I've got tweezers. Got a small rag just for wiping things down if I need be. That'll fit right in this box here. My big black sand magnet. Like I say, long rubber gloves that go with it. You just never know when you're going to need them. Gloves, you never have too many pairs of gloves in there. I've got a set of knee pads with me. I have my various sizes from an 1/8 to a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch classifying screen. I've got a big 14-inch pan, a couple other smaller green pans. I've got a black 10-inch cleanup pan and another little Garrett cleanup pan with that. That also fits right in there, along with my knee pads. One thing I always travel with is a pair of neoprene boots. You never know when that water gets cold out there. You have to wade in the water. Those will also go right here in the bucket there. One thing I do when I'm out, I always carry a GPS with me. That way I can mark the spots I'm in. If I get into an area and I want to test it, I have a number of these smaller buckets. I'll classify a bunch of material down in here. I'll screen it down to an 1/8. Anything above the 1/8 inch screen in the pile, I can check with my detector. I use a Goldbug 2 with a 6-inch coil. Looking for any nuggets in there. After I get all my stuff classified down, you know, I'll get right down to the finer material like that. It's easy to pan out. I'll do a GPS reading of that, write the gulch or the creek that I'm on and the GPS coordinates. Throw that in the bucket, take it back home with me, or take it down to the creek wherever I'm at. But a lot of times I'll end up with a number of these buckets over the winter time. I can pan them out. If I have pretty good results on it, All I have to do is look at that sheet of paper. I've got the correct name and my GPS coordinates. I can go back to it. I might have a dozen other buckets there and only have one that's got some good color in it. When I have all this stuff in one place, everything I need when I'm out prospecting, right here, ready to load it up, throw it on my four-wheeler, tie my buckets on, my detector. Like I say, the GPS is a good thing to have along. That's what I use. That's what I take with me. I don't have to go looking around for all my equipment. It's all concentrated in one trunk here. I guess you might call it my Prospectors Hope Trunk, or my Hope Chest. When I'm out there, I'm hoping I'll find a little bit of color. But I have everything needed to do any test panning or haul any samples back. I guess for this one, that's it. I'm Alan in Montana, and maybe we'll see you out in the field somewhere. Thanks for watching.